1, 2, 3, prova. Sento. Vediamo. Sì, sento. Post. Allora. Opzioni. L'audio sarà al massimo, giusto? Dobbiamo metterlo. Beh. Siamo tipo 6, 5. Sento qualcosa? No, perché dopo che ci sarebbe un pezzo download scritto lingua giapponese. Versione europea, grazie. Italiano. Avvia gioco. A posto. Sì. Conto. Ok. Iniziamo. Aspetta un attimo un secondo. No, perché forse le basso. Vai, qua devo fare lo screenshot perché devo prendere la foto. A posto, fatto. Aspetta, qua com'era? Così? No, così? Ma che? No, perché adesso qui è... ma è casino. Oggi... cominciamo a sbagliare. Posto. No. No. Opzioni. Speciale, modalità speciale, cosa c'è? Segno principale. Vai. Nuovo gioco. Allora, sto giocando con la serie Metal Gear Solid per la prima volta. Mi piace Metal Gear Solid 1, mi piace Metal Gear Solid 2, mi piace Metal Gear Solid 3. Tu? Perché? Ma fa piacere Metal Gear Solid 3 se lo inizi adesso? Vabbè, sto giocando la serie Metal Gear Solid per la prima volta. Supponiamo che non ci capisco niente, quindi non so il gioco, quindi mettiamo sto giocando la serie Metal Gear Solid per la prima volta. Vabbè, Metal Gear Solid 1, vabbè, fa piacere, anche il 2, il 3. Metti che è la prima volta, dici, cos'è? Mettiamo facilissimo, più facile di così. Termina la seconda guerra mondiale, il mondo venne diviso in due, est ovest. Sente per caso? Secondo me no, però. Perché io ho messo il volume a 5, però se lo vediamo dopo, dai.
Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right. Ready to go. Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay. Good. Got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, see it there? He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Mamma mia, che permalosi.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle. This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spread your wings and fly. God be with you. Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of the Design Bureau, that's quite a success story, so why go on to that?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind, went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. He used the mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly after. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted. We checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility of the Soviet Union to Berlin. No position to say here. It was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands. October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course toward Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert to call out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted with the UN's Emergency Security Council and politician channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. So the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
One where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete. We were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. We'd either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in.
Polunghetto filmati,
The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me!" He disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov.
Yes, he was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missile.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests and sending out teams.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev is ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino Yar, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west. It's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon. It's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that, too, when he contacted us.
E stiamo cadendo. E va, che bello. Mamma mia. Allora, io potrei fare una cosa, però che so, a quanto pare l'audio del gioco nel senso l'ho messo un po' troppo basso, secondo me. Fatevelo dire, non l'ho messo basso. Uè, sì, ma io non vedo niente così. Mamma mia, tutto verde. E diventi daltonico così, mamma mia.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Olè, perdo paracadute.
Once we've confirmed the rescue circle,
Che ma io non vedo niente, è tutto verde.
a recovery balloon will be dropped at that point.
Tutto verde.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Siamo arrivati. Domenica. Vai, ping contro gli alberi. Pareti. Occhio. Che è entrato d'effetto.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Well, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one at a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox Unit Special. In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I liked snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. You can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.
140.85. A posto.
You need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
E iniziamo. Wow, stupendo, mamma mia. Aspetta. Fai casino adesso però qua. No. Nemmeno. Adesso c'è macchina. Il modo adesso. L'altro però com'era, scusatemi. Opzioni. Opzioni aggiuntive non penso. Audio. Da qua. Siamo 8 dai. Ok. Mi pare che sia molto fluido rispetto su PlayStation 3 per wow. A dire la verità. Ok. Può. C'era un'altra. Ecco. Picchi guarder così. Oh, cosa c'ho? Quello del risveglio. Sì. Che ricordi. Allora. Dimmi dietro così, stupendo. Bella roba. Olè. C'è che andare avanti, andiamo indietro. Ok, zaino, prendiamo lo zaino. A posto. Chiamato. Lo mettiamo così.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pills.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data.
Voy a
Whenever you
3.
want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency.
140.96 per salvare.
0.96.
A posto.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
Oddio.
It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No. I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during
Io ho finito di parlare. Mamma mia.
Cobra unit. A group of
Adesso va
heroes
più
that brought
avanti.
the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80.
Sto 41 puttane.
Call me if you need
A
my
posto.
advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Devo andare avanti.
Snake,
E ancora.
try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Oh, finalmente. Io ho la mia pistola preferita, pistola AIDS, pistola. È la mia pistola infinita. Faccia. Bosco. Ok. Mettiamo bosco che mi piace. Uniforme. Più 30. Foglie. 50%. Mamma mia. Ok. Allora. Questa no. Allora, quello della morte non mi serve. Sigaro neanche, binocolo neanche, il sistema interattivo movimento. Nessun ma oddio, nessun antiuomo. Ok. Questo cos'era? Aspetta. Sono attivo, se sono forme di vita. Ah, capito. Questo sensore dentro. Ok. Ma io metto sensore anti-uomo. Qui invece che abbiamo? Un campo di reazione niente. Pistola AIDS sì. Questo niente, questo niente. A posto. Quanto ci abbiamo? 2 kg. Wow, stupendo. Sono leggero. Ok. qua bisogna stare attenti. Mettiamo così al macco, ci capisco un po' di più, perché mi viene da quella vista dall'alto. Sì, ok, può anche stare, no? Però metto così 90%. Mamma mia. Oh, riesco a vederti. Sì, voglio te. Sai, aspetta qua, sai, niente cibo, niente, ah. Ok. Aspetta, so che si faceva una cosa, ma... Ok, devo girare, forse così. Giro giro tondo, casca il mondo, esca la terra e Snake vomita, stupendo. Vediamo. 3, 2, 1, a posto. Sì, funzionato. Cattiva digestione. Mamma mia. Il mal di aereo. Questo qua è... Oddio. Per caso... Facciamo il coccodrillo. Un coccodrillo. Buon cos'è bombardino coccodrillo. Vieni qua che ti addormento. Aspetta, però forse può darsi che però mi servono anche gli altri sensori, però. Sensori di... no, forse questo serve. Azioni. 8. Repellent. Jubilenti. E... aspetta. Occhio. Ce n'era un altro qua nascosto. Aspetta. E qui, eccolo qua. Oh, bro. Che ficca naso. Occhio. Mamma mia. Occhio. Occhio. Quanti coccodrilli qua ci sono? Occhio. Tu, zitto. Tu, aspetta, questo cos'è? Ok. Occhio. Occhio coccodrillo. 8%. No. Vabbè. Cosetta. Stesso. Mamma mia. Siamo crepati così subitissimo. Vabbè. Oh, è la prima volta che crepo in questo modo. Ma è successo. C'è ancora. Occhio. Il fango. Azione. Occhio. Per un peluco. Pensavo di arrivarci invece. Vabbè. Occhio. Si è sbagliato perché gli ho pestato la coda. Ma va. Vabbè. Ok, azioni qua. che non faceva una brutta fine un'altra volta. Siamo andati un po' massa troppo distanti, sinceramente, fatevelo dire. Aspetta che batti. Zaino. Aspetta. Mettimi anche gli altri. Guarda, non tutto però. Ok. Ma qua c'è qualcosa? No. Ok. Andare avanti. Qua non c'è niente. Aspetta qua. No. Aspetta, so che se premevi un tasto. Ah no, aspetta, questo è. No, L. In che senso? Premi L3 per usarlo. What? Non capisco. Ma no. Dovrebbe funzionare, fare tipo un raggio o qualcosa del genere, sinceramente, ma non mi ricordo esattamente. C'è una guardia, 2 guardie.
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
A posto. Mi esce conto che bevo. Oddio. Posto. Non cade? No, non cade. Non si sa mai che non cade mica la bottiglia. Ok. Dove fare? Maneggiate, non fa mica quella cosa che dovevo fare. Ma sta strano sta cosa. Boh. Allora. Aspetta un secondo che c'è un tizio. Oh. Ok, posto, bello che è andato. Ah, no, no. Oh, proprio non funziona mica. Ah, ecco, dopo un po' di tempo. Adesso l'ho capito. C'è qualcosa davanti a me, giusto? Andiamo un secondo. Qui c'è qualcosa. No. E qui non c'è niente qua. Non c'è niente qui, eh? Bah. Fanno sta cosa. Qui. Ma che? Dai, su, andiamo dentro qui, repellente. A posto. E c'è qualcosa. Non è che sia tipo un animale molto piccolino, tipo come una rana. E qui. Ah, eccolo qua. Infatti era una rana. Dai, vieni qua, bella rana occhietto. Rana B. Posso tenerlo? Hai voglia te. Vedete che... Ok. Allora, occhio perché qua la batteria... perché qua la batteria di queste cose qua può consumare molto velocemente. Devi stare attenti. Qui c'è qualcosa, c'è qualche dubbio, wow. Qui c'è qualcosa, sì. Quindi che bello. Maneggi te. Però aspetta secondo. Senza... vabbè. Sportiva totale, vabbè. Ma questo qua è bello che è andato sto trofeo qua. Aspetta, fatemi prendere un secondo. Perché... non so se magari fa tenere sto trofeo qua, Dio, dipende. Ho mancato la mira, però sentono molto bene. Scusami dai. Oh, niente. Vabbè. E c'è qualche due. Ok. È andato. C'è qualche... No. Ok, dato giù anche questo. Ok, posto, ci può chiedere un altro in giro. No, no. Ok. Ok, a posto. Che cos'è? Il movimento. Vabbè. Non è che mi interessa tanto, però. Consuma. In realtà bisogna tenerlo, va. Bisogna tenerlo per caricarlo, se no quasi si carica la batteria troppo facilmente. Te ne guardi su il ponte. Delle api. Me gusta. Snake, me gusta le api. Voglia te. Allora. Vediamo cosa succede. Bisogna centrarlo perfettamente, però. Vediamo un secondo.
There's nothing here.
Niente. Ecco, ho sbagliato. Apicoltore. Scappiamo, ci sono le api. Mimimi. Ok, a posto. Via. Ecco qua è il ponte ballerino. Mamma mia. Questo che torna. Ok. Funghi, che non vuole mica dei funghi. Funghi C. Terza categoria. Aspetta, qua c'è qualcosa, giusto? Andiamo giù per di qui, yay! Mamma mia! Occhio qui, che non facciamo dei disastri. E otteniamo cosa? Boh. La XM16E1. Mamma mia. Vediamo cos'è. Solo per saperlo, mitraglietto. Occhio. Tanta roba che tanto non la uso mica. Perché io vado con la pistola AIDS. Bella roba. Ok. C'è qualche un altro qua in giro. No, vero? Aspetta, ma... ecco perché... Mi è venuta in mente adesso una cosa. Io sono l'80% di memetica perché ho la pistola AIDS. Se io lo tiro via... 20%. Perché io sono tanto furbo. Olè. Wow, sono furbo. Stai su. Devo andare. Stavano per arrivare, mamma mia. Quanti sono? Mamma, un esercito. Mamma mia. Occhio. aspetta. Via avanti. Ok. Gli altri due saranno andati avanti, quindi siamo a posto. Ok, andare avanti. Rasbait. Quanto abbiamo fatto? 56 minuti, quasi un'oretta. Vabbè, possiamo arrivare fino a un'ora e 15 tanto. Tanto abbiamo fatto poco su Assassin's Creed,
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Mi talpis. Aspetta. Tiro via questo. Posto. Ok, posto. Ok, giù uno. Olle. Posto. Vediamo se riesco a beccare l'altro. Ho beccato due. Ci devono essere degli altri in giro. Un serpente. Catturato vivo. Ci sono degli altri in giro, altri nemici. Sì. Aspetta. Perché qua non mi pare. Ah no, eccoli. Oh, aspetta. Ok. Ok, secondo. Oggi che non mi faccio mica vedere, ah. Fini vero? No. Aspetta che c'è quello là che solo vede. Ok. Tutti a posto. Perdi qui. C'è qualcosa qua. A posto. Olè. Capriole. Non c'è niente. Dai, oh, dai, vai su. Non c'è niente. Non dovrebbe esserci più nessuno, giusto? No. Ok. Possiamo andare avanti allora a sto punto. Ok. A posto. Apri la porta. Mai. Ciao uomo, bel gioco, ma devi migliorare la qualità del video, forse ti seguo volentieri, però la qualità del video
I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain. You're CIA? Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago. Zero? I have a message from him. What is it? He said to tell you sorry for being so late. Did he now? What does it mean? It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive. Who's they? Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt? Never heard of him. He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland.
non volevo certo criticare, ma solo dare un consiglio. Allora guarda, nei video magari vabbè ci può, insomma, nei video vabbè vado fino a 1080, però nelle live ho la connessione un po' scarsota. Se avessi una connessione decente allora ti direi ok, va bene, miglioriamo la qualità, però se però c'è una connessione internet che è un po' scarsa, non è che posso andare altro, ma troppo alto. Insomma è un casino comunque, ti dico già subito, è un casino.
And installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the Gru. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. So it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Di nessuni. Nessuni. Dai, su, ma per sé. E voglia te.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Ahia.
We meet at last.
No, l'ho mancato.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a Gru soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Un ocelot. Quando era bello giovane, che bel viso.
Get out of here.
An Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Vado fuori tutti. Che mi è un cecchino. Usa i cheat. Cheat. Alle mod.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Senti pato.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Aposto.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Ecco, mi sono a nanna.
But that
You
was
mean?
some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Sei bravino.
Pretty good.
Abbiamo finito, dai. Su, muoversi.
Do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov, too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Pistolero. Grazie per il trofeo. Ci sarebbe un altro trofeo qua, ma se lo faccio addio trofeo, addio un altro trofeo sinceramente. Ovvero sarebbe far fuori Ocelot, ma sarebbe inutile. Ma dopo non posso mica ottenere l'altro trofeo. Vabbè. Quello non far fuori i nemici in pratica. Salva.
Saving the game, Snake?
Salvi il gioco, Snake. Voglio te. Ok, a posto, facilissimo. E voilà.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No. What is it?
Godzilla.
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla's getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
A posto. Vamos conto. Ok, usciti. Ovviamente anche stasera finito. Mamma mia. Oddio. Vabbè. Allora. Prossima live dovrebbe essere, vediamo, secondo, dovrebbe essere sabato prossimo, quindi il 17, se tutto va bene, naturalmente. Quindi, che istruzioni abbiamo? Ottimo. Vabbè, io spero che vi sia piaciuta la live, sia anche questa, quella di prima, ora quella di Assassin's Creed, e niente, e vi auguro buonanotte e alla prossima. Ciao belli, ciao.